Well, good morning. I'm still in the Netherlands. I've frankly lost track of what day it is. I think it might be day 12. Not entirely sure. But yeah, nice Mercedes van in the background. I'm just going to walk to a bakery, trying to acquire some breakfast. And then today, the plan is to head to Belgium. So should be fun. Bit of a change of scenery, somewhere where I speak a bit more of the language. After a lovely spot of breakfast, I have retarded the ignition timing a bit more, see if we can get rid of the pinking. Also carried out some very characterful modifications to the air intake pipe because that was just starting to crack in a few places. I don't think it was drawing air in yet, but yeah, worth keeping an eye on. Yeah, fair bit of play in those shafts as well, which can be a source of air leaks in, because there's no bush in there, so it's kind of free to rattle around. It's the same with a throttle, which I can feel a bit of play. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how things go as we head into Belgium. After a couple of days in the south of the Netherlands, the very south really. Let's check it. Oh, people do like cutting that junction. Yeah, we're making our way towards Belgium. I've booked some accommodation near Liège. Liège is a town I've wanted to visit for a long time because so many classic rallies started at Liège. Liège Sofia Liège, Liège Brescia Liège, and Liège Rome Liège. These were crazy rallies in the 1960s where they would literally drive for 3 days with barely any break at all. As fast as possible on public roads. Pat Moss, Sterling Moss's sister, once won the Liège-Rome Liège rally, which is a massive achievement. I think she managed to do that in an Austin Healey 3000 as well. And I'm not sure how, because dear Pat, she was tiny. And I've driven a Healey 3000, even the road ones are hard work. So yeah, Pat Moss, a remarkable woman, at a time when female motorists didn't really exist. She usually had female co-drivers as well, and Wisdom being one of them. And oh, hello. Apparently we're going to be doing some off-roading today then. Yeah, this wasn't like this last time I came through. They've been busy. So yeah, Liège the destination. Back the timing off again this morning, so hopefully she'll be all right. I haven't really had a chance to test that. She's running sweetly, so we'll say that's good enough. Oil leak is still leaking. Had some issues with bulbs not working yesterday, but that turned out to be loose wires at the back end. They'd been knocked about by stuff in the boot. So yeah, all is going fairly well. We're about 850 miles covered so far. We're going to do about 80 odd miles today, so a fairly gentle run, and then I'll probably do my sightseeing in Liège tomorrow. I'm not quite decided yet, and then push on towards Normandy. Might have to start getting a bit of a push on, a bit more highway and a bit less piddling about on little roads like this. Oh, there we go, little French friends in the Netherlands. Very different tales to tell of their lives. Don't you love the yellow headlamps? Marvellous. Nice pretty little village as well. Just stopped here for lunch, in fact. Had a quick snack over the road in a car park, and now it's time to push on to Liège. Good news is the pinking seems to be gone. That's foot flat to the floor. So it feels like I can finally access all of the power at once. Hurrah! Very in focus wiper blade. Just realised we have actually crossed the border somewhere as well. Netherlands is behind us, and yeah, we're now in Belgium. Genk is where there's a car factory. I'm trying to remember if that's Ford or Vauxhall. Maybe even British Leyland had a factory in Genk, I don't know. But yeah, welcome to Belgium. Oh, fuel's much cheaper here. Genk today mostly seems to be a shopping centre. That's a big shopping centre. I would not like to spend a single minute inside it. Well, we're still pushing on towards Liège, or at least my campsite somewhere near Liège, and we are now over 900 miles on the trip. Ellie is over 214,000 miles in total, well, the speedo head, and yeah, the journey continues slowly. Wow, this really is a bit desolate around here. But I just thought I'd quickly update you on the tyre situation. You may recall when I got to my friends in the Netherlands, when I first arrived, the tyres seemed to go flat. And we looked for punctures and couldn't find any. My suspicion is the tyres just weren't quite sitting right on the rim. And I think when the pressure went down and it was driven with the tyres at low pressure, that just helped the beads settle a bit more, because yeah, they seem to be holding air just fine now. Blimey, actual hills and actual bends. How do you take a bend again? It's been a while. % up the other way. Thank goodness I've banished the pinking. Although I can smell petrol on left-handers, I'm going to have a look at the filler neck. I think it's sprung a leak. Oh, there's the village sign. At 90 degrees so you can barely see it. That's useful. Certainly this is much more interesting terrain than I've had of late. I'm having to wake up and actually pay attention. Oh, bends, countryside. Oh, this is the life. Just continually discovering new places and muck spreaders. Ugh. I can see rocky cliff faces the other side of the road. Oh, this is all getting very pretty. Oh, wow. And hilly as well. Très rustique. Yeah. Unexpected. Oh, could I have a pause here to have a look at this gorge? Because it's gorgeous. Oh dear. There we go. An impressive spot. We're right down the bottom of the gorge now, I think. Café de la Gare. I guess like many British stations, that one isn't actually operating anymore. Train, good timing, and a Fiat Tipo with ginger caters. We never got those. So that was the town of Namesh, and oh wow, we're now starting to climb the gorge on the other side. And this is all because I've set the sat nav to ignore highways, and often highways are really the only link between towns, which forces the sat nav to get a bit creative. It's a welcome change of scenery. Oh, nice E30. Because, oh, that was fun indeed. Yeah, as much as I like the Netherlands, the thing I was most looking for on this trip was the change of scenery, and I've been in the Netherlands for over a week, so it's yeah, nice to get out and see what the rest of Europe has to offer. Oh, they like their towers around here, don't they? Wow. Yes, a definite change of scenery today, almost at our campsite, so let's carry on. I've arrived, everything is closed, and we're not even in France, this is Belgium, but it must be because we're close to the French border. I think I'm in one of these wooden huts up here, but that gentleman just said he's going to go and find the owner, which is very good of him, because yeah, I'm a bit stuffed at the moment. It says please ring the reception area, and then there's a phone and yeah, no phone number, so that's quite helpful. But looks like I'll be able to get some frites later if it actually opens. Little cafe, but yeah, God knows where anything is. Success has been achieved. I've reached my wooden tent, or camping bud. I've got a fitness area. I can go and have a workout in a bit. There's a very colourful caravan over there, and I'm in Pod Cat. These are brand new. They've only been here a month apparently, and yeah, I shall show you the comprehensive facilities contained within. There is a table and chairs and softer chairs. That one looks suspiciously like you could probably turn it into a bed. Is that pull out? Oh yeah, there we go. It's got a splinter straight in my finger, inserting in that hole. All sorts of stuff in there to build that into a bed. I will be sleeping here. I have my mummy sleeping bag, and yeah, there's a window at the back as well. The one thing that don't seem great on is curtains, but I have just found these things, so maybe they turn into curtains. Otherwise privacy is going to be quite an issue. But you know, we've got lights. That's quite funky. There's some beefy halogens as well, which if they're actual halogens rather than LEDs might provide some warmth. But yeah, I've got my welcome mat, I've got my patio. Oh, it's going to be alright in here. Lovely peaceful area. Ah, toilets down there. Parfait. Take a look at my curtains. Yeah, and there's no curtain rail. Maybe this place is a bit too fresh. Good grief. Ah, that'll be why the fuel filler neck is leaking. This hose clip has just rusted through. It's just, yeah, crap. Have I got cable ties? Ooh, no. I thought I packed cable ties. Let's have a root around in the back, see what we've got, because this is what everyone does when they go to a campsite, isn't it? They start tinkering with their car. I'm glad that isn't the only toilet facility on this site. That is a block of more modern facilities behind. Phew! Yeah, I may have chosen badly tonight. I mean, I haven't got any curtains. I used the on-site catering because I thought maybe even on-site catering in the UK, in Belgium is all right. No, it was terrible. Also, I won't be going to Liège for the simple reason that I seem to have overshot somewhat. Liège is up here. I'm down here somewhere. So I've managed to completely overshoot, and I can't be bothered to go back when I'm going that way. So tomorrow I shall keep going that way, and if I can do some scrolling left-handed, Yeah, there's the French border, so we're not far away. Just going for a bit of a explore on foot here in Belgium. See what this circle dramatique Albert looks like. Apparently it's still this way. Nice old slightly battered defender there. But otherwise, not much of an automotive interest about. It is generally quite peaceful though. You know, you can kind of walk in the road and it's just not an issue. I think I've seen one moving vehicle since I left the campsite about 10 minutes ago. This is not a noisy spot. I'll be honest, that's not quite what I was expecting. Oh well. Be dramatique means place of studying drama. Oh well. I must admit, they do speak French here, but it's a kind of a Wallonian French, so it's not quite French as I know it. But yeah, I'm fast discovering my grasp of French is not as good as I'd hoped. It has been a while since I visited France last for any length of time, and it's even longer since I learnt at school. But yes, it's yeah, I have been struggling this evening, and unlike in other parts of Europe, it seems in this part of Belgium and France, English isn't quite so universal as I expected, which isn't their fault. Why should I expect people to speak my language? But yeah, it does make communicating a challenge. I'm glad the menu had pictures. So I've not got enough rubbish in this video yet. Yeah, here I am recording this video, or maybe the next video, or maybe this is the next video. And yeah, it's a confusing old world. Keeping all this in your head is very, very difficult. I'm not particularly pleased with the frame it's chosen just at that moment. I'm not sure. It was quite early in the morning, clearly, when I filmed that. But yeah, my arty light is looking quite arty, so there's good ambience in here. The facilities at this campsite are pretty lousy, to be honest. The restaurant was most disappointing. The food was terrible and more expensive than it was in Germany. Now, I didn't think I would come to Belgium and prefer the food in Germany. Nothing against Germany, but you know, sausages. That's about all they're known for, isn't it? But maybe I need to find a Belgian Italian, because I've had Italian 2 nights on the trot and it's been very, very tasty indeed. But no, we didn't have Italian last night, did we? Or did we? Oh, I can't remember. I've slightly lost track of how many days I spent in the south of the Netherlands. Yeah, this happens. You lose track of everything. I mean, what day of the week is it? Monday? I think it's a Monday. Yeah, it's probably a Monday. I've lost track of how many days I've been on the road. I've kind of lost count. In fact, I'm going to do that now, because I think I made a mistake in the previous video and said it was the 10th day, and it wasn't. 1st day, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. Yeah, I'm already on day 12. I've utterly lost count. So yeah, this is just a bit of behind the scenes. My poor laptop, can you hear it? It's not happy, and it really doesn't like doing these clips. I have to load the clips into the video editor and then just basically wait and do nothing. Maybe I should try and do it using this phone instead. I've got some software on it, so if you see a video which is edited even more poorly than normal, then I'll probably do it on my phone. But I've got all the files here now. I'm going to make do. So I shall crack on. Well, the laptop does a great job of heating my little shack. I've made some curtains out of a towel, and some curtains were in here. They just haven't actually managed to get around to fitting them yet. But a broom handle and some stuffing has at least gained me some level of privacy, because especially with the lights on, it's quite easy to see what's going on in here. But yeah. Oh, that's a good bit of warmth for that. But it's just gone 11 o'clock UK time. No, 11 o'clock local time. It's just gone 10 o'clock in the UK. So yeah, I'm going to call that lights out. It's day 13. Ooh, unlucky for some on this trip. And yeah, it seems a nice morning, pleasant spot at the campsite. But we're done. Today's destination is Reims in France. I think I'm doing that correctly. Did I pronounce the S maybe? I don't know. But first we've got to go shopping to find some supplies, because I need breakfast and Ellie needs a hose clip for her filler neck so she no longer pours petrol over the road. That's an undesirable set of circumstances in pretty much anyone's book. But yeah, starting to warm up, so we shall hit the road. I should never leave the camera recording when I go to start her in the morning, because there's one thing you can guarantee, it's that she won't start if I've made a point of leaving the camera recording. But nonetheless, you can see the hats carefully stacked up in the back. Oh, it's okay, no performance anxiety today. A bit of an error this morning. The sat-nav mileage jumped up once it actually plotted the route, so I wasn't going to reach where I was aiming for with Monsieur Bricolage, so I've been forced to deviate from the route. But I don't think it's going to be a bad deviation. We came past Dinant on the well, it was a dual carriageway, and yeah, we were looking down on the town and it looked spectacular. So we are making our way down to the town now. Oh yeah, this is certainly looking very folksy. A little mini there. That's the second mini I've seen on that stretch of road. Oh wow. Wow, wow. This is spectacular. Wow. I wish I had more time to linger, but I need to push on today. Got about 180 miles to cover, I think. This is spectacular. So there we go, we've made it to Monsieur Bricolage. Helpfully there's a petrol station just up there because we are on fumes, and Dinant is back down that way. What a spectacular place. There's an empty showroom there. I wonder how much it would cost to rent. But no. Oh, I can see a Daihatsu 4-track outside Monsieur Bricolage. Let's go shopping. Alright, I've managed to purchase hose clips, 2CV key, quite useful for ripping your way into these horrible plastic containers. I've got 2 clips. They cost me €4.19, which doesn't strike me as cheap. There goes the Daihatsu Rocky. Not a 4-track, they were sold as Rockies here, and I think in places like Australia as well. Might only have been the UK where they were called a 4-track. But anyway, I now need to crawl on the floor and fit that. I will spare you the horror. You might want to check out the Dacia Logan van though. They're a beautiful thing. First time I've seen one of those with a single piece rear door rather than the usual twin. None of which is getting my hose clip fitted. Right, that's all good, so we'll nip up the road and put some petrol in. But I might get the roof off first because although it's quite overcast, heat is already building up today. So yeah, it's a lot quieter with the roof off as well, bizarrely. So I'm going to do that, go and fill up, hopefully no leaks. I also meant to mention in that little segue, checked the oil yesterday morning and it looked alarmingly low, but it was just the angle she was on. We did about 200 kilometers yesterday. The level is still fine, it's right at the top of the mark. So she is losing oil and dropping it, but it's not adding up to vast quantities, which is good because I don't want to have to buy any. Look, yeah. Drive. Just get driving. Still bloody leaking. Not good. So driving back into Dinant very slowly. We'll just keep going for a bit and I'll have another go. Maybe I'll put the second hose clip on as well. See if I can stop that sodding pipe leaking. It is just a straight fit. I don't know why they did that. It's not the best design at all, really. Double rear wiper joy. Bit of a messy old layout on the back of the Opel combo, but you know, double wipers still good maybe. Here we go then, a second pass through Dinant, this time without the microphone, because I've managed to leave it unplugged. But that's alright, we're not going fast enough for it to be a problem, I don't think. Seem to have a thing for saxophones here. But yeah, what a breathtaking town. Wow, that's a spectacularly grim little microcar there. Little sans permis. I just stopped at this auto parts supplier, mostly because there was a Datsun Z outside, which sadly drove off before I could get the video going. I managed to snap a photo, so you should be able to see it in the photo, but I've managed to get some hotter spark plugs. So when we started this trip, she was running B7 HS, these are B8s, which means if I fit those and keep using Super, which is now readily available, I might be able to knock the timing up a bit. But I don't think this is really the place to actually be doing the tinkering, so I'm gonna push on. I might just nip back. There's a little just up the road. I might go there and go crazy for some lunch stuff, and then yeah, find a sweet spot to stop and do some light tinkering. The fabric pickup. Oh, that goes down as a good spot, says the man who's just seen the Datsun 240Z. There really is no hope for me, is there? Oh well, onwards. Ah, well done, Mr. GP person. Little. Not only have I got a pan au chocolat and some Volco chocks, thought I'd give those a go. They got a big bag of cable ties, so that's handy. Different sizes, so various lengths and thicknesses, it says, so that should be good. 251 cable ties for €4, so that's all right. And TÜV certified for all those who've been watching Mighty Car Mods in Germany. So there you go. So you can bodge to TÜV standards. Brilliant. So that's good. Right, as well as double clipping the rear fuel pipe, I've also knocked the ignition timing forward a little and changed to the hotter spark plugs. Blimey, that's a straight road. I'm just testing for pinking, officer. There would not appear to be any pinking. I find that very encouraging. I could tell she was a bit too retarded because she felt tardy. Not massively down on power, but just the zing had gone. Yeah, now she sounded happy enough. France and the Ardennes.